Hey everyone, and welcome to my channel. Today I'm going to show you all how to do the Fluffy Locks. The supplies that you will need are 4 packs of Soul Locks, 1 pack of spring twists, and a brush. The other items are just as important, but these 4 are the main items that you will need to complete the style. Okay, so this is the base braids. Most of you probably already know how to do base braids if you've done butterfly locks before. It's the same technique, but some people need to see steps in detail. So I still added this in the video for those people who want to see it step by step. If that's not you, of course, you can fast forward to the wrapping technique, but this is for the people who need to see the base braids. So when I part, I do rounded parts. I don't do squares for this particular hairstyle because I feel as though when you do rounded parts, it makes it more fuller, what gives the effect of it being fuller. Because these locks, you're going to put about 60 in your client's head. So when you do the rounded parts, the braids fall in between each other, and that's important to give it a more fuller effect. And as you can see, I am putting the next row, I'm parting in between where the braids have that gap, if that makes sense. So when I do the next row where that little V part is, I'm going to add another braid there to fall in between the next row, and so on and so forth. Okay, so now you're going to take the crochet needle, stick it through the hair, attach the hair to the crochet needle, pull through, and then I take my finger to make a hole at the root, and I pull the braid through it, and then pull the braid down. And I normally do a whole row. As you can see, I have the other braid, the other hair already in. And then you're going to take the hair, the spring twist hair, and you're going to wrap it tightly around the root. So that's 1 time, 2 times, 3 times, 4 times, 5, and then I speed up. And then once you go down the shaft of the braid, you're going to do spaces. You're not going to wrap them close together. You're making gaps in between each wrap. And once further along in the video, you'll see me do a close-up so you can actually see the gaps of the between each wrap. So yeah, you just go down the braid, and when I get about a 1/2 inch, I have like a 1/2 inch of hair left, I wrap back up. I don't need glue. Oh, this part I ran out of hair, and that's normal. And you just grab the other leg and you continue to wrap down with the other leg. And then once you get to the end, you only have a small piece left, you're going to wrap back up. And I normally don't wrap back up more than about a 1/2 inch, and then I go back down. So it's as if I'm double sealing it. Some braids I didn't have to do that because the hair was short enough to just go up, but sometimes it's a little long, so I wrap up and down. And that's me doing it. I don't use glue or anything. I do a palm roll, and that's the end of it. Now on here, I wanted to show you all, this is one curl of spring twist. I detangle it. Normally before my clients come, I have this already prepped, but for the sake of the video, I'm going to show you all what I do. So I take the hair, split it in half, and use only half of that spring twist to wrap the to wrap with. Now, one thing I want you all to pay attention to is when I grab the root of the hair, because it's going to be a ball there from the crochet that you pull through, I'm taking my thumb and I'm holding that piece down tightly so I can wrap the spring twist hair over it neatly and tightly so it won't be a bulge. When you do these braids, you'll notice what I'm talking about, that at the top it is it's like a little ball that's created from pulling the crochet through your real hair. And so you have to make sure that you wrap that tightly so it won't leave that ball at the top because it will look weird or not as polished if you do that. And now you're just going to wrap going down the shaft of the lock. I'm going to do a close-up later so you can see it in detail. But as I've stated before, some people like to see details and like to see you do the technique more than once. And this is for those kind of learners. So if you want to fast forward to the close-up, you can. But I just wanted to have something for people who learn differently because everyone doesn't learn the same. So again, I just ran out of that small piece. I'm fluffing it out at the end, and I'm going to wrap down and wrap back up the lock to seal it. If you think that you need glue, you are definitely welcome to use glue to seal it. I don't use glue. I've never had a lock come loose because of the fact that I don't use glue. But if you feel more secure, or if your lock isn't staying secure, definitely use glue. You'll just need a dab and still do the little palm roll. And I'm going to do another one so you all can see again the details of what I'm doing. Again, feel free to fast forward if you've got it down pat. So now I'm just showing you all the details of the lock, how it looks close up, and how pretty it is. But to take it up a notch, this is where the magic happens. This is the secret weapon to these fluffy locks. You're going to take a brush and you're going to brush up the lock, not down it. You're going to brush up it. So on the brush, there's two sides to it. There's a hard side and a soft side. And this side is the hard side. The other side is the soft. And you're going to take the hard side, grab the lock, and brush upward. You can go as vigorous as you like. You can make them, the more you brush, the more distressed they get. But, it's to your liking. But this is how it looks. This is what makes these locks so beautiful, so different. Such a vibe. I love them. So this is the close-up that I promise you all. You're going to take the spring twist hair. You're going to wrap it tightly at the root. And then as you wrap, after you get past the tight part, you're going to skip in between. You're not going to wrap it closely or neatly. You're going to skip. You see, it's like not even a centimeter or a half an inch, however much you want to say. And you skip and you skip and you wrap and you skip, you wrap and you skip, you wrap and you skip, and it's causing that little bulge in between each wrap. And then as you go down, you just keep going, like I said, skipping and wrapping. And then once you run out of that first piece of wrapping hair, you're going to grab that second piece and you're going to wrap with that. That's the second piece, and I'm fluffing it out. And remember, this hair needs to be fluffed out. And you just keep wrapping until you get to the end. And then, like I said, you're going to wrap back up. Okay. So here I'm fluffing it out more, and I am wrapping down until the end. So now I'm going to go back up. This is me going up. And then you just keep wrapping up, keep wrapping up. And sometimes I stop in a stagnant spot and just wrap the last piece there. That's what I did just now. I didn't go back down. And boom, there's your lock. And then you're going to take that brush. Remember the hard side, not the soft, the hard side. And you're going to brush up the lock. And it's going to cause those little fluffy pieces to pop out and become distressed. And you see the hair sticking out. They're so beautiful. And that's that. And here is the end result of the Fluffy Locs. I love them. This style took about 3.5 hours, but I do have a video that's coming soon that will show you all how to pre-make these locks before your client comes, which will cut the time in half. Also, there is one detail that I did not show in the video. I do dip the tip of these locks in hot water. I'll add another clip in a different video to show you all how I dip them. I'll probably do it on the pre-made locks video. But I hope you all enjoyed this video. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Thanks.